As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar. Zero patience for slow walkers. Those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night. Have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
What up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, and we are live, WWT live. We had a full day today. So if you love LFG, we had a watch along and post show for that. If you love AEW, we just finished our watch along and post show. And now we're going to wrap up the Wednesday with all the latest news that has happened on Tuesday and today. Now, wherever you are from, city, country, whatever, let us know that you're repping that. Put it in the comments. Also, our super chats are enabled, so please continue to help support the show, support the network financially, so we can afford said, so we can bring him in for the streets, all the things, $1, $2, $5, all of that goes a long way, and we really, really appreciate it if it helps, or if you can do it financially. Now, the thing is, what up, Bosa? I am not alone. The PR princess doing double, triple duty. She's in the house, Miss Courtney Rice.
Hey guys. I mean, I would say money off the streets for Seth, but get his ass back on Monday Night Raw instead of doing Wednesdays, because that's what happens when you're good at your job. You have people that want to take it, and I guess they feel threatened by me, but I'm here.
All right. Well, with that being said, the Swedish Oos, I guess taking in all the shade, wearing her sunglasses in the building as well.
Hello, good evening, buzz, everybody, beautiful people. Sweetest Oos in the house. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm not here to get fined.
Y'all are crazy. You all are crazy. So let's get into it, Courtney. You had the pleasure of watching AEW Dynamite. Actually, fun fact, we have an AEW. Here's Beulah. She wants to make an appearance. AEW. I had the opportunity of interviewing an AEW star yesterday, and that interview is going to be dropping tomorrow. Next week. A lot of tea. Some questions that we've been talking about. There's some answers. So you're gonna have to just keep it locked to WWT.
I'm excited,
and you'll see what happens. But with that being said, what happened on AEW today?
Woo! So they wrapped up their final AE Dynamite at 2300. This is the final week. And also a fact too, this is the third week in a row it was sold out at 2300 in Dynamite. You can say whatever you want about AEW. Sold out is sold out. And also, I believe they're also sold out tomorrow, which is their final night of AEW Collision on Thursday. So they are completely sold out. Shout out to everybody at 2300 in Philadelphia. I had a chance to share my experience, but I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. We had a lot of action. Pretty much we're on the road to All Out in Toronto, which is happening next weekend. We did kick off with the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page taking on Josh Alexander in a grudge match. And also the news that actually happened last week, Bryan Danielson will be doing commentary of AEW Dynamite moving forward. So he will be the newest. Yep, he will be the newest guy on the commentary desk alongside Taz and Excalibur. I'm very curious on what Nigel's going to say on Collision, because we already know
Here's
how he
the
is.
Question. Well, with that being said, that means like he is like such, because he announced his retirement, and I thought he was going to kind of do that kind of Legends thing where you see him and then you don't see him for a time to be with his family. But now that Nikki's in WWE, does that mean we're not going to see Brie at all? Because now he's pretty much like a mainstay.
Yeah, so he is pretty much a mainstay. Obviously, he did some media work in Australia promoting it, because Australia will be there in 2026. Mm-hmm. So he's pretty much going to stay there. And with this commentary job, he's pretty much going to stay there for a while. Obviously, of course, he did do commentary, and it was very interesting because the main event was the 500K 8-man tag team match. But of course, we did have Shelton Benjamin taking on Ricochet, which that was a WWE callback. Very, very physical match between those two, and leading up to their trios match ahead of All Out in Toronto next week. We also got to see an appearance of FTR, because of course FTR is trying to call out, I'm going to call them Edge and Christian. I still think of them as Edge and Christian ahead of their match next week, because they did have the promo. And obviously FTR just beating up on the cameraman. Like, come on, why you got to beat up on the cameraman, the audio man? Like, what did they do to you? I don't like that at all. But we got to see not one but two ladies matches on the card tonight. The TBS champion Mercedes Moné taking on Emmy, and I hope I say her last name, Sakura, and she took on one of my gals, Alex Windsor. And it's really funny, Rio and Emmy trained Rio when they were in Japan together. So it's pretty much teacher versus student in a way, and just really kind of leading up to Mercedes and Rio next weekend. It was a really good match. It was a really good match, and I did enjoy the tag team between both of the ladies. The winner of the match was Alex Windsor and Rio. And of course, it's making her strong going into her match with Mercedes next weekend. Because if you recall, Rio was actually one of the first ladies Mercedes countered with backstage when she debuted on Dynamite. So it's really nice to have that fuller circle moment, and I love that. Also, we got to see my other lady of the hour, Timeless Toni Storm, channeling her inner Sandman. If you saw the photo earlier this week, because she interacted with the Sandman, and she will be on the podcast the Sandman is hosting on Monday. So that will be a fun interview. She will be taking on Sky Blue in a very physical and fun Philly street fight, which was everything that you wanted. Tony was challenging her inner Sandman. She had the kendo stick. Winner of the match was Timeless Toni Storm, obviously getting ready for her fatal 4-way match. Her versus Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter versus Tekla. And we did see the Triangle Madness come out on top, because obviously they took out Chris Statlander, they took out Jamie Hayter. They're trying to come out on top, and I do like this is really going to be a fun fatal 4-way match. Obviously, in the main event, the 500K 8-man tag team match, Brodino, the Ops taking on the Young Bucks and the Death Riders. And it was very interesting because I thought at least Moxley would have stared right at Bryan Danielson because he's commentary, but I guess he's trying to avoid him in some way. But I think that's somewhere down the line, long-term storytelling, that's going to happen sooner than you think. But the winners of that match was the Young Bucks and the Death Riders, and the Young Bucks took the money, and it looks like there's going to be probably a future match between Brodino and the Young Bucks. But the biggest, which is not a surprise to me, Daniel Garcia looks like he's associating with the Death Riders and took out Darby Allin, because I thought it was Gabe Kidd, but yeah. And also the last couple weeks on Collision, John Moxley kind of got into his ear and everything. So I'm very curious on the reaction of what Daddy Magic's going to have to say. Nigel McGuinness, because Nigel McGuinness teamed up with Danny for a bit. So I'm very curious how that's going to go. And also with the fact too, it's going to help with Moxley's match against Darby Allin in a coffin match next week at All Out in Toronto. But it looks like Darby's going to need some help from some friends. So hopefully somewhere down the line, he gets some help soon, because we know how Darby Allin is crazy, but I don't think he can handle this on his own. And that's how we ended AEW Dynamite.
Well,
That's
thank
a lot
you,
of
Courtney,
tea.
for that. Yeah, that's
You
that's
can always
a lot.
rely on Courtney to give you the scoop, because then it's like, especially if you're like me, who doesn't necessarily indulge in it live, it's usually after Courtney describes everything that makes me want to go back and watch it. And I'm like, all right, well, fine, Courtney, I'm convinced. No, but if you ask, I didn't get to see any of this, but I do want to see the highlights, especially for the women. I'm not personally particularly a fan of the whole 10-man tag and 500K. Like, what are we doing? I'm not sure what the concept is there. I mean, I think it's just another way just to keep showing the Young Bucks still want to be in charge of everything. But you give me 2 women in a Philly street fight, you had me at hello. So I think I might indulge in watching that Timeless Elite for sure. But
okay. Well, I mean, it's also good, like that coupled with ROH. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just not enough time. So definitely, if you need to be caught up on stuff, watch it with Courtney. You can rewatch it. I know y'all have been doing that. And perfect timing, just ready to go into our NXT recap. The councilman, he has come in from all the work that he's doing for his constituents. The councilman, Will Ferrell, is in the building.
What up?
Are you okay there, Will? You seem very, sad.
It's a sad day today.
Why is it a sad day?
Oh, I don't want my tag team partner to be sad. I can't have this.
I got to give up fried chicken.
What? Oh boy! Why do you have to give up fried chicken?
Because of my stupid blood type.
Well, I mean, you should be really having fried chicken that often anyway. It should be a treat.
I can have chicken, period.
Oh, okay.
Yep. No more chicken. No more baked chicken and rice.
Oof.
No other chicken.
Oh, well, go.
I mean, you still got this chicken though, right? We can still get this chicken.
No, I ain't had that. I ain't had that. That's you and TK with that chicken.
What is this chicken?
Dollar signs. Dollar signs.
Dollar signs, the money.
I got chicks. You know, I got yogurts. Y'all got chickens. I
don't know what I mean, I know this is way off topic, but I wouldn't know what I would do if I had to give up fried chicken. That is my guilty pleasure, like down. I don't know what I would do. My heart breaks for you, brother.
I stood outside of Popeyes for like 30 minutes.
Wow. You tortured yourself, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
So hard.
And they did the right thing. Called the cops. The way I was staring at that Popeyes, yeah, I looked like I was up to no good.
Oh, councilman.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear such disturbing news.
At least I got CEO Wednesdays, so that'll cheer me right up. But,
say his name and he appears. I believe it
said.
It's because he popped up, Courtney, and I knew she was gonna give a bad segue. So that was all.
That's 2 good intros in a row in one.
Yeah, because I knew TK was gonna do something weird.
That's how you introduce the mayor. And just so I let you guys know, CEO Wednesdays are every Wednesday, but this was the mayor's day off. But my oppressor put me on the graphic, so I had to show up. Just letting y'all know. This was news to me. I thought I had a day off.
Why? You campaigned for a month and some change for this time change. So, and then I think a week ago, I asked you if you were coming, and you're like, well, you know, the people like surprises. So I'm like, well, I'll just throw you up there. And if you come, you come. If you don't, you don't.
So surprises mean that I would not be on the graphic and still show. See, this is what happens when you be in Bangladesh. You be learning other languages and stuff like that. And you forget your native tongue.
Fair, though, she lawyered the shit out of you with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Like, damn, she found a loophole.
That was a good hook right there.
That was a good way to use that against you. I gotta give TK credit on that one. That was.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. TK, what kind of trick and pony show are you running here?
Oh my god.
What?
About 10 minutes before this show aired, there was an unauthorized stream happening on the network. We discussed this.
Excuse you, but she approved it. And first off, it sounds like a threat you have against me.
TK, don't make me jump your rank. I can go to your boss.
NXT recap. What do we got, Will?
Okay.
The transitions again. The transitions.
Right. Okay. It was a jam-packed NXT last night. Just letting us know that the NXT card is going to be stacked beyond belief as we are headed to homecoming, getting back into Full Sail University. And it is you never know who's gonna pop up at NXT. And I had no idea all of this was gonna happen this past Tuesday on NXT. First of all, we had a banger of an opening between Josh Briggs and Javon Evans. Josh Briggs using the dirty tactics, but raising his stakes in NXT and putting down the young OG. DIY return to talk about whooping that trick all over DIY, and then an unexpected return. Him came back on down to NXT, Carmelo Hayes, and we have ourselves a tag team between two generations of NXT, the black and gold brand versus the in-between generation, because they like 2.0 and platinum to get. So the millennial NXT generation is what we're gonna have between them. Also later in that time, we had some more matches for that dumbass speed championship. There was that little Mexican lady whose name I can't say right that was in there, and Natty
Apache.
What she said, and Natty was outside in the crowd with her cornrows. I did see a do-rag in her left jacket pocket, so big ups to Natty for that one. But we because of the distraction, some girl from the PC won, and she advancing in this dumbass tournament, fueling the fire for Worlds Collide between that Mexican lady and Natty and her cornrows. Then we had dumbass Dark State and go up against Hank and Tank. No one cared until Joe Hendry popped out like the Kool-Aid man from the side of the NXT little balcony thing. All he if he'd have said, "Oh yeah, Kool-Aid brand," like he go surpass Slim Jim with the Kool-Aid sponsorship, but he didn't do it. He stayed Joe Hendry. Then we had a flag on the pole match between America and Canada. Tavion Heights versus Ethan Page. No title on the line for some strange reason, but all for good reasons, because Tavion Heights decided to represent for America and defeated Ethan Page, which nobody liked, nobody cheered. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, Tyler Breeze is back and using selfie sticks in 2025. It's a very interesting thing to see.
No pop
whatsoever. Yeah. But somehow though,
no pop.
There was no pop.
There was no pop for Tyler.
I think
it was too quiet.
I think this audience just doesn't. This audience is too new for that era of NXT.
So also too, I think he should have came out of the entranceway instead of coming out of the side, because most people didn't know what was going on when the music started playing. So they didn't know that was him until they actually saw him in the ring. So I think it was just like nobody knew that was happening.
But the music hits, and like if you're
it kind of blended in with Tavion's though. Like
it did. It blended
like
in.
weird.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was playing till the camera switched and it was him. So, but even so, he gets a Canadian title match against Ethan Page, just for coming out and taking selfies with him with the flag over Ethan Page. Then we had us a triple threat tag team match between Zaruka, the Culling, and Fatal Influence. Zaruka snatched the shit out of Zaria's soul, getting them eliminated, leaving it up to Fatal Influence and the Culling, and then somehow the Culling crazy ass ladies pulled it off, and now for some reason they are going to face Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss at Homecoming. So once again, more of a stack card coming, and then the way to end it is how you end it. Fatal Influence came out. JC Jane was letting everybody know I'm the greatest NXT Women's Champion ever in the history of the NXT Championship. I would love to know who her weed man is, because she's smoking the if she thought that was true. And out of nowhere, we have not seen her for weeks. We have not seen her maybe for about 2 months. We were questioning where is she?
Stop it.
Ever since when the contracts were canceled, all of a sudden La Primera made her return back to NXT, and then let people know what it was, what time we was on. So Blossom came out first, and then Bubbles, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton, came out looking fine as fuck. I'm talking about on 10. Like, yo, that Kaiser breakup glow up is just showing in front of everybody. Boy, that Maybelline face is just popping. It's just popping. Also, Booker, you need to chill the fuck out. I thought I heard it.
I know what I heard.
Yeah. But apparently Booker wanted to talk about his the T in his name. He said he needed to flick it out. I'm gonna say he said I need to flick my bick out, because we all love pens. We all love pens, so we're gonna say he wanted to pull his pen out. But Booker, you need to watch it. And then after Tiffany Stratton came out, Buttercup, which was Rhea Ripley, and the pop that Rhea Ripley got was just extravagant when she walked out. Also, too, I'm gonna need you to eat the fried chicken that I can't eat no more, Rhea, because you know why. You're looking great, but don't do an Alexa Bliss. And then, if it wasn't great to see these three women back, these three incredible NXT Women's Champion, one of them being a double champion, we now know it is going to be a 6-women tag match against Fatal Influence, Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie McCurry. And we all know Fatal Influence is getting boots to asses and heels broken in their a-holes next week at NXT Homecoming, because they do not stand a chance against these three megastars. It is shaping up to be an incredible homecoming. And all I know is this: there was any time for The Rock to come back one more time. Just one more game. One more game.
Can we put that image back up? Can we?
Why?
I just want to zoom. Can we zoom on the right? Because that okay, we're gonna act like y'all ain't never opened up a can of muffins. It's not busting at the seams of the corset, the waist string. I'm not going to right.
That corset be normally looking thinner than that. And if you don't know what was,
I'm just saying what you guys are all thinking. Like,
there's speculation that
what I'm thinking is if I'm about to get into a squabble up with somebody, these are the three women I'm calling. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm. Who Mojo Jojo?
Oh my god.
I mean, I thought that was the Amoeba Boys. in the ring is the ones I gave it. So,
and Fatal Influence does not stand a chance. They're so gonna get this work. So good. Jasmine Nick's about to take all the bumps. It's about to be crazy.
Can we also just acknowledge just how great my client look over there holding that championship?
I think they all look great.
I didn't ask that. That's not what I said.
Tiffany looks fire. Yes, Tiffany looks fire.
Thank you. I acknowledge the rest of them. I'm on my client now.
Okay, well, excuse me, sir.
The tan is on point. She is decked out in couture, wearing the belt. Who wouldn't want her to be the longest reigning WWE Women's Champion right now? That's all I'm saying. And Miles Bourne, if you did what I think you did,
stop
it. Oh my God.
Hearing aids.
Oh my goodness, please.
Oh my God, sir.
Oh my.
What's said, and then I'm gonna hit the Ric Flair elbow on him. Just so you can hear where we coming from.
Y'all see what I see. Y'all don't want to admit it, bitch.
Hey, listen. Hey, in this image too, in this picture,
she could have came out in anything else. Like it's okay. When we find out, like Stephanie McCoy is not medically cleared to compete at NXT Homecoming, they're just, hey,
that's gonna be crazy, yo. That's gonna be insane.
It could be nothing.
It could be. I'm hoping.
It could be nothing. I think maybe people are just looking for something that might not be there. But if there's something that's gonna be told, it will be told. I'm sure.
TK, you the workout expert. Any thoughts on Stephanie McCure's physique? And could she possibly be not proceeding with caution and will be going first class with Naomi?
You beat me to the transition, but I love that.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was gonna be way more in the mud with mine, but okay.
Like you did airplay, so I was like, all right, let's.
First off, Will, great NXT recap. Just brava.
Always.
Yes.
That's my part.
And as these super chats come in, you'll definitely get a raise. So there it is. I mean, if she's with another human, then she's with another human. I'm sure she'll know, and they'll act accordingly. And the good thing about this era is that you can still be with a human and have your career after the fact. Mm-hmm. So it's not one of those situations where that's a wrap. So, and also too, in those cases, I think in Naomi's case and a lot of other women's case, they want to be the one to make those announcements versus people assuming. Yes. So, if that is the case, then, give her the space and the grace to do it. And if she doesn't want to, or if she's not, like yes, I get, people want to be the first. But, we also have to be sensitive to people, wanting to make their announcements, or she might have just had a burrito. It's
Mayor, she don't not see it. Mayor, she see it. She see it too.
Yeah.
She didn't say no. She didn't say no.
Yeah.
She see it too.
TK is an expert in this area. So
and this is why WWE needs to get a sponsorship with Trojan condoms. Okay. You boys need to wrap it up. All right. Jay Uso, I swear for God. If you do it,
no, you better stop it now. Okay,
come on.
I'm gonna yeet you in your kneecap.
Not for nothing. I think everybody should just aspire to do the Cody Brandy thing. Everybody mind. We didn't even know nothing.
Brandy don't wrestle. I don't want to see Brandy. I want to see Brandy every week, like I want to see these phenomenal stars.
Okay. That's fine. But how surprised was everybody when they dropped the news?
I want my La Primera. I want my devil horns. I wanted to proceed with caution.
She's gonna be a homecoming. As of right now.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We won't know until they know.
I just listen. This Naomi thing just got me shook. Okay, I was ready for the rest of the year to proceed with caution. AJ Lee came back, and now because Big Jim can't keep it in his pants, we gonna miss out on one of the greatest matches on this list of AJ Lee returning. I'm so hurt right now.
Well, maybe not miss out. It's just delayed.
You realize we're not gonna get Naomi until 2027, and you know where we going at WrestleMania. We're gonna get to that later.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Life, a part of life.
Life happens.
This is where we need British rules. Sometimes this is what
Oh
British.
my goodness!
I don't know what that has to do.
When the British rules got to come in. Anyway, I'm done. I just love my product, and I love these stars, and I just want to see them shine in this era of incredible women's wrestling.
Wow. All right then. Well, somebody that's not done, AEW star MJF, he's going to be slated in another movie. I actually have a problem with this article deadline. So it's going to be MJF, and if you're familiar with the King Batch, they say that he's an influencer, but he's been acting for a very long time. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I'm not really fond of the article. But congratulations to MJF. On top of being married, this is his third film that he's going to be in. As far as AEW and all the I see you smiling, Courtney. You want to elaborate a little bit more, and we'll give Will the floor after you are done.
First off, congratulations to that scumbag on getting married, because even scumbags like him deserve to be in love. So
Beautiful.
Kudos. So kudos to him and Alicia on getting their vows. We have seen MJF. It's not a shock for him to cross over, which I do like seeing some of the stars cross over to mainstream, because we did talk about this on trying to get over that. And MJF, obviously, with the success of Happy Gilmore 2, not surprised he is doing a movie on that. Timeline wise, I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for, but it is going to be interesting because they did lose some of their top guys injury wise. Obviously, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, now Kenny Omega. But this is actually going to be an interesting one because he's in a feud with MJF, but he's also the reigning CMLL World's Heavyweight Champion. But it is opportunity for him to dabble into movies a bit. And also the cast of Happy Gilmore 2 said he was really good on set. Even though he was playing in kayfabe, they did say he was really good on the set. He was respected by his peers. So for this one, I'm happy he is crossing over, because even a scumbag like him deserves to be in acting. So kudos to you, because you are a great athlete, but you're still a jerk to me.
All right. Will, do you have anything else to pontificate on?
I don't think Deadline got that wrong about King Batch. He is what he is. Name me King Batch's breakout role.
It's not about that. It's about being the fact that he has been in several movies, a lot of articles. Not articles, several movies. He's been doing a lot of different things on top of that charity work. So just to just put him as an influencer, that's just more of a personal thing to me. If I were writing it, I would add that type of stuff in as well. He's been putting a lot of work in a lot of different projects, and he also has helped fuel a lot of other people in their acting careers too. So he's done a lot of different things that might not be known to the regular folk who just see him wherever. It's just one of those things where, just labeling it as one person, especially on an article like Deadline, where you're supposed to know a lot of different things on the entertainment industry, that's just a personal thing.
So it sounds like you said he's been influencing a lot, is what it sounds like.
No, there's a lot of actors you can't name their movies. For instance, do you know who Sean Blackmore is?
Why that sound familiar? That sound real familiar. Hold on. I know faces. What would you label him as?
He's an actor.
Okay.
there's plenty of actors that you won't be able to name their. You're in LA. Like, I mean, you see actors, well, I don't know about downtown, but you see actors all the time. You can't know.
Yeah, but again,
again, it's a personal thing, and it's like, it's just more of my personal, like he's done more than just that. That's just a personal thing.
It just goes by what are you most known for? Because would you call MJF an actor or would you call him a wrestler?
Well, that's the thing. They also noted the other movies that he did. They didn't just say just wrestler. And so and I think we had this conversation on WWT Live After Dark as far as journalism and stuff like that. People just want to do the first thing, and it's like they're a little bit more than that, and you can actually make the article a little bit more meatier.
Are you saying he didn't name anything else he's done?
For MJF or?
No, for Batch. Like they didn't name like he's been in like this thing.
No, they just said influencer.
Oh yeah, well that's fucked up.
Yeah, and he's done a lot of movies, done a lot of TV shows. Like, I mean, yes, they might not have the big name, but Deadline puts out a lot of articles like this, and they kind of pick and choose who they want to highlight. So again, more personal than anything else.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. But there's also we could talk about personal too. WWE charging their high ticket prices for Raw for Cena's return. This has been happening we've seen the writing on the wall for this. So any thoughts? Do we think that it's eventually going to stop, or is it going to hit a certain point where they're not going to charge crazy prices?
They charge $50,000 to go to WrestleMania, and that's the low ball price.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the front is $75,000.
And you should see the price on John's appearance at Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm. It's all. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I understand it from the business standpoint, but it's just a bit much. It's a bit overwhelming for the pockets.
So you gotta become an influencer so you can get in for free.
What was that? But do you think the people who are buying the tickets are fans, or are they people that want to be in on the moment? You know what I'm saying?
I think a little bit of both. I think it is like you got your moment chasers, but you do got people who are fans.
And also celebrities.
Yeah, it's just that you know what it reminds me.
Celebrities are not paying for those tickets, or like maybe what, like if you had 20 celebrities going, you might have one who's a fan and wants to be there. They might not have gotten invited. They'll buy the ticket, but celebrities are not paying for those tickets.
Celebrities and influencers not buying those tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
they're being strategically placed so they can make more out of the environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
But yeah, it's the same thing like people with like these exclusive sneakers. Like,
don't even start on that.
Yeah, you charging a ridiculous amount for these sneakers and only having a limited amount of them. That's the new market. Like, y'all remember when like you went and bought shoes or you had an abundance of them so you can go get your shoes. Now it's like we only got 20 of them. You only have 20 at this store. Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they upcharging it and they letting you know that. And then they reselling them on all of these StockX's and stuff for bigger prices and people buying them.
Yep.
So.
It's just it's just crazy. With that being said, let's talk about WrestlePalooza. It was, and I'll kind of hint at this another as well. We talked about it at the top of the show. I got to interview an AEW star yesterday, and WrestlePalooza is the same day as the AEW pay-per-view happening in Toronto on the 20th as well. And this wasn't on the books, and all of a sudden it's on the books. It's a new PLE. There's rumors of pettiness, etc. But they said TKO executives' goal to make WrestlePalooza another WrestleMania or SummerSlam. With so many PLEs and then so many pay-per-views from other promotions, like let's just take AEW, WWE, TNA, or if you just take AEW and WWE as far as all the pay-per-views and PLEs that they have. Is there going to be a point where there's too many and now you have them going against each other on top of that? Like what do we think is going to happen? Is is WrestlePalooza going to become another WrestleMania or SummerSlam that they're, the execs want?
They need to stop using that term. Like, they really need to stop using that term. WrestleMania is WrestleMania. SummerSlam is SummerSlam. Whatever y'all gonna make this, just make it that. Stop using them terms. Like, stop taking away the glamour of WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Wed said, with all your newfound money and all the things, yes, Wed, and wedding bells on the way, will you be making your way to WrestlePalooza or any of these PLEs?
That's not.
I just want to say, said, now you see how she went here and said how a woman should be able to announce or not announce what she want to announce. So it's how she didn't allow you to choose if you wanted to announce that or not.
Oh,
like if that was real, just put my business all in the street.
Right? Wow,
right? That's crazy.
I apologize.
No Instagram moment, no nothing. Just
sorry.
Just
Said it's still a part of the streets, y'all. He's no longer.
That's how you get de-invited from the wedding.
But y'all know TK loves a good spoiler, so.
I forgot the question.
WrestlePalooza.
Will you be making your way? Are there too many PLEs?
No, there's not too many PLEs. I'm used to there being 12 a calendar year. I think they're probably a little bit over that. I agree with the councilman, though, that we got to stop trying to make it's like a cheap selling point. Like, this is going to be the next WrestleMania. Nothing's going to be the next WrestleMania because you're not going to have the surrounding shows around it. You're not going to force independent companies to come try to piggyback off your shows every single month just to eat for all these independent superstars. Well, I try to go to shows like that. I'm of the mindset that if it's in the Southwest, I'm gonna try to go to it. So like Survivor Series, possibly Worlds Collide this Friday. I don't mind. There's justification for some of the prices, not all. For example, since we have limited dates for John Cena, I can't complain about that. You'll never see the man wrestle again. You run the ticket up. There's a lot of people clamoring to be in that building. I'm not going to bother about prices being expensive to see John one last time. But as far as like these nothing PLEs, like we don't know what WrestlePalooza is going to be yet. The crown jewels and things like that, those should be more favorable pricing for your fans. Or if PLEs are going to continue to be more expensive, then you got to bring back live events. Because that's also going to help a lot of your characters who don't get to be on PLEs keep their job.
Here's the question though with the PLEs. I mean, I know you were saying there's about 12, but with them saying they want it to be about like WrestleMania or SummerSlam, will the organization of indie shows change? Meaning for WrestleMania, we had 19, 20 indie shows that happened surrounding that. I'm sure that was the case. I know you ladies were, Courtney and Honey, you guys were around SummerSlam. Were there a lot of indie shows that were happening around SummerSlam? Like, are they going to now try to build the indie circuit around these bigger PLEs so now everybody can eat? Like, you're not coming in for, one day if you're going to make it a destination event. So if you're going to make your way to, I don't know, Vegas, you're not going to come for one day. You might come for 3 or 4 days, and now you can take in an Indian show on top of, what's happening as well.
Who has that much time to do that every single month? Like, if you're doing it once a year around a big spectacle, makes a lot of sense. I'm going to be honest, even with the ESPN partnership like that, I don't think you have enough manpower for that much wrestling coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is the same effect happening on AEW? Like, I'm not saying that like as a joke or a shot, but like y'all biggest one, Courtney, is what, All In?
Yeah, All In.
So like, is All In getting the same treatment like a WrestleMania as far as like how TK is saying, like with the independent circuit? Like when they find out that's happening, it's like, okay, we're going to book our indie shows around that because that's going on too.
Yeah, so All In is their biggest show of the year. They already announced the dates for next year, so at least they have time to plan. I know with Forbidden Door that happened, they actually did at independent shows. They worked with Rev Pro, which is also another one that they did. So they do work with some indie stars, but it also gives an opportunity for them to be on AEW programming. Obviously, we did see a few stars from Rev Pro be on AEW 0 Hour, which is also a good opportunity there. So it's just pretty much scheduling that. And then for All In Wembley, of course, they got to do media day. They have to make sure that, and also making sure it doesn't conflict, because some of them do independent shows. They have like other stuff they do, like Swerve, he does a concert. I mean, obviously Caster's going to do a concert. So there's few people that do other things. And also, I believe after they're done Wembley, they have like an after party. I know the recent one they had at Forbidden Door, Swerve was performing, Prince Nana was the DJ, and Nigel McGuinness had a magic show.
So just kind of based off of
magic. Nigel does really good. He's really good at doing magic.
His name sounds like he a magician. Like, had it not worked out here in wrestling, think about it. The mythical Nigel. I go watch that in Vegas. I would go watch that in Vegas. He'd be up there probably with Chris Angel right now.
He is. If he does do one in Full Gear during Jersey, I would love to go see his show.
See?
But to piggyback off of what Courtney's saying, if I could keep it together, it seems like that's been the kind of formula the last couple of years, right, TK? Because even remember when we went to WrestleMania in Philly, it was a packed week for all the other promotions as well. They even had an event in the street in Philly, like a whole ring outside and everything like that. Like every single kind of promotion you could think of, and you know the whole Remix Rumble events and everything like that. So, you know, a Ring of Honor, everybody literally, wherever there's a big event happening in wrestling, whether it's WWE or AEW, it just seems like there's a lot of other wrestling promotions surrounding it, because everybody's literally trying to do exactly what you said, TK, and that's eat. It's pretty much just kind of like washing each other's back, you know, making sure that we might not necessarily be affiliated with each other, but we're all in the same business to the point where we pick a city, let them host us, and then bring the attraction with all the fans. Because, you know, whether it's big cities like that, whether it's Philly, whether it's, you know, New York or whatever it have you, California, people are going to flock and they're going to go. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, because if you have like a wrestling event in the evening and then you have like a day wrestling event, indie show, you know, maybe that's going to be the new formula. So, you know, everybody's eating. I know AEW typically is coupled with ROH. So
think about it. We went to All Caribbean Wrestling, then we went to Ring of Honor that day, then woke up the next morning to do media, then also go to NXT, and then night 1 and then 2, and in the midst of that, Biggie brunch. Like, it was just, you know, it's just nonstop events everywhere.
Yeah. So we'll see what's happening, and it said we'll make his way to all that stuff. Now we have Triple H giving a WrestlePalooza spoiler. We want to piggyback on that. I think he was on ESPN. Courtney, you saw it?
He was on Pat McAfee. I heard.
Yeah,
but I didn't
it was floating around. He was on Pat McAfee. Yep, he was on Pat McAfee today, because apparently he dropped something that the American Nightmare will be at WrestlePalooza. And he said this on Pat McAfee's show. And also, I didn't read the full interview, but he was saying like little tidbits, especially about like WrestlePalooza, promoting it, and also talking about the prices and ticket ranges. But yeah, he said the American Nightmare will be back.
Yeah,
I also heard. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, boss lady. Again.
No, you go. Cody Rhodes is currently in Australia filming, so I guess that's what the tidbit is. Like, he's filming, but he's going to make his way to WrestlePalooza. Which, now that he drops that information, I feel like that's, by dropping that might encourage people to buy tickets for that event if they really want to see
what he
Cody.
was doing.
Wait,
but also,
Cody Rhodes moving the needle for the tickets?
Maybe that's what
I mean, I think it just boosted to say like, yo, this is your first PLE on ESPN. Why would you not have your championship be seen on the first ESPN PLE?
I mean, he is the face of the company.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, like if this is your first, like that title should be seen there. And it's already was released that him and Roman are done filming, I believe, at the end of September anyway, for their role.
Now, do we need? I don't know if you guys talked about this before, but if you can choose whether to have WrestlePalooza or not, like, do we need WrestlePalooza? Like, did we need another PLE?
Did we need Great Balls of Fire?
Oh,
definitely did not need that.
I mean, I think
or
didn't even need that title.
Battleground.
Oh yeah, I think there's going to be like always one. It's that time of year when you're between your one of your big fours where you have to come up with something. I think eventually you'll start to see, like the end of this quarter, we do more like Saturday Night Main Event since you have the mainstream appeal there. But I think they're still working out that schedule with all the travel and then doing the European tour dates. The Japan tour is coming up soon as well. So I think they just had to give fans something. And it sounds so wacky, but they're just like, hey, we're in the middle of the calendar. We don't have a PLE right here. Let's just do something real quick. And they're just trying to
they could have finally given us a draft that we never got.
Well, again, that goes into all of this too. Because think about it, this would have been the time Bad Blood happened. So Bad Blood got changed for WrestlePalooza, just like LaSalle got replaced for Crown Jewel. And you also got to keep in mind, we don't know what ESPN was asking for. Because remember, this was supposed to start happening next year.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
ESPN could have been like, nah, go ahead and have this go now. Because again, there's a whole bunch of like content outside of just the PLE that ESPN is gearing up to be able to push out. Like I can't say it here live, but it's like I know like 2 exclusive things that they have coming out because like 2 of my homeboys were in it. So it's like they're gearing up for like a full rollout, and I can understand them wanting to start getting it in early to get ready for WrestleMania too.
Yeah, they have a whole catalog of like past pay-per-view names that they can repurpose from their own shows, from WCW. I think this is more so about like, instead of giving you a title that you're familiar with, like we can push the fact that this is the first one of these. This is the first time. So we can actually make more money off this being the very first WrestlePalooza versus like, hey, we're giving you a bash at the beach or a Great American Bash right here in the middle of September.
Yeah. Also, too, we don't know how long this one is. So, you know, they kind of going off of like how when wrestlers from overseas that got dope names come in as different characters, like Finn Balor, like, yo, I'm not going to give you like Prince Devitt just in case it don't work out here and I can't use it no more. So if ESPN and this deal decides, you know, like, okay, after our contract we're done, it's like, okay, well, y'all exclusively had that, but we didn't give you one of our stables that we normally have, like Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, Bash at the Beach, to where we lose that to y'all.
Okay.
Well, Triple H also did mention something interesting because I remember a certain mayor was mentioning something about a return to the ring, but he's actually focusing on family time, from what I've heard.
I already told you this.
What are we talking about? Pacemaker?
The 5-palm heart exploding technique.
He's not coming back.
That man on step 4. He take one more step, and he's David Carradine right now. All right.
No.
Hey man, don't be surprised. Hey,
leave that man alone.
The budget is there. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, you're gonna have to put a mechanical heart in order to leave that man alone. He has given us enough.
You see that suit come off and Buddy eat a pedigree, I'm gonna be like,
and then when you see the ref do this,
like technology.
When you see the ref do this, I'm gonna be like, "Said this your fault. This is your fault."
God.
When you see this symbol coming out, that's on you. Leave that.
So, I mean, speaking of Triple H and TKO, I kind of referenced this as well. As far as them purposely or not, not purposely being up against AEW. And so Bryan Danielson says certain people in WWE don't want AEW to exist. I'm curious as to why their desire for that. So you have a couple of AEW people have been on the record saying stuff like that. Again, Courtney, since you're a resident AEW person, do you think?
Is that even a question? Is that even for a debate?
Oh, I'm not muted. Oh.
Damn.
What?
I got it. I know that's what you want to say.
You wretched little bitch.
I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it. I got you. I got you, Courtney. I saw it.
Well, that too. That too, but also there was
that too.
Another.
Oh my god.
Not that too, though. Come on.
It was the other clip I played, but I'm not gonna do it this week. I'm not gonna play it this week.
Oh, okay. Well, thoughts, Courtney?
Yeah. I'm hiding.
It
bro.
does not. It does not shock me at all with Bryan Danielson because we always like a good friendly competition in the world of professional wrestling, and it doesn't shock me because, as I mentioned, he was on a tour, promoting Grand Slam in Australia, and I didn't read the full interview, but he did say some things which I understand because with them going back and forth, and also Bossman Tony said some things when they first started AEW. I get it, but now it's kind of cooled down a bit. Keeping my fingers crossed on this, but also with the fact too, obviously you see All Out Toronto same day at WrestlePalooza. I mean, this is not the first time that they've had a neck and neck one-on-one. We've seen them going against each other at Forbidden Door, where it concluded with NXT Heatwave. We've seen it with All Out Texas. We're all in Texas. Long day today. All in Texas, and they concluded with Saturday Night's Main Event. So this is not the first time that's happened, but you always like some friendly competition, and I get it. But also, this is kind of really good, saying, you know what? I mean, hey, WWE, they want to do PLEs because it's like anything WWE can do, we could do better. We just got to stay in our lane and just know when not to say much because there's a few things they could fix out, but as long as they stay in their lane. And also, we've seen what happened tonight at AEW Residency. They sold out of 4 shows out of 9, which that's really impressive to do with the fact, like in their Chicago residency, they still have tickets available. And for them to do that, sold out is sold out. You can probably put a wrap around it, but that's really impressive. But Bryan Danielson, he's trying to represent the company, trying to do the best he can. God bless his little heart.
Yeah, God bless his little heart indeed. Because he says certain people in WWE don't want AEW to exist. Damn, Brian, where have you been living under a rock? Because don't you know it goes both ways? There's people that don't. There's people that like AEW that don't want WWE. It's just what happens. It's the debate. It's everybody always wants to do the who's the big dog, who's the better one. Like, isn't that the whole point of competition? You just gotta grab your competition by the throat. Nah, let me stop. I'm not even gonna do that because we're not in that era.
I'm saying is this: didn't your guy have a throne that looked something like Triple H's symbol and destroyed it with a sledgehammer? Don't start none, won't be none. All right, don't be trying to act like y'all wasn't out here being bold like that. And don't.
But he wasn't even there when that happened.
Hey, again, don't start none, won't be none. Is it our fault that in the last 3 years y'all have lost 10 of your best stars for them to come home? Because there's several reels out there that show that. So it is competition. I just wish WWE would just acknowledge it and be like, yeah, we on that. But they don't have to. And selling 4 of your 5 shows, that's cute. You know who breaking ticket records every PLE? The big dog. So again, man, stay in your lane because they got a great opportunity right now. Because the more these ticket prices go up, the more y'all can come in and say, hey, we can get y'all a better fair price to come watch something. Because nobody's saying there is not great wrestling on that program. They got some great matches over there on AEW.
Absolutely.
If I was y'all, if I was you, Nadia, I would shut the fuck up. Let people go buy these cheaper tickets Go see some dope shit. And man, y'all could raise y'all stock. So when you do All Out, you don't change your time to noon because you scared of WrestlePalooza. Just saying.
Yeah, that was my question. You kind of touched on it, Will. Given the fact that the WWE tickets are like skyrocketing out of a lot of people's price range, do you think they'll either move to watching it, getting the ESPN app or etc., or if they really want to see what's it called, they want to see live wrestling, they'll go to AEW where the tickets are a little bit more reasonable.
I mean, I would. If I'm being honest, like the thing y'all brought up about more wrestling happening, I think because of those things, you get a chance to gain different fans. Like with everything going on right now, and if I'm out here in these streets, I'm being honest, as much as like I make fun of AEW, like with them ticket prices, if I was out at WrestleMania and couldn't make it, and I saw say they were doing All In, and it had a reasonable ticket price, be like, yo, I go. And then you've now gained a very loyal WWE fan and starting to turn him into an AEW fan. So I think it's just like the more of the stuff that they're having, it can start to very much balance out because all of them deliver different things that you get to enjoy.
Said, any thoughts?
I mean, I think Bryan is just it was an interesting question, but it's just doing some cleanup, damage control. It's like Cordy says, just being a good company, man. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't even think that was the most interesting quote. Like, I'll answer your question direct. It's just like the North remembers Tony Khan giving his best Drake impression and yelling drop for months, years. Like, y'all ain't got nothing. And then now, big bang to your little bang. Hey, you right here? I'm right here too. You over here? Oh, we over here now too. And that's just the game. Like the tweets have stopped. The subbing on programming has stopped. But people remember that era where it was like, hey, yo, somebody take Tony's phone. Why'd they sub the company on AEW programming? That was happening consistently. So it's like you can't cry wolf, you can't throw a rock and hide your hand when that was happening for a long time. And now you have more money under TKO, and now they're just doing whatever the hell they want. But
what MJ taking shots in this promo at them too?
A lot of people were.
Yes, he was.
A lot of people were.
Jericho.
But as far as Bryan's concerned, that's not even the most interesting quote I heard of. What I'm interested in is like somebody asked Bryan if he was interested in taking over Ring of Honor, which I think he absolutely should. He put Tony over and said that, hey, Tony's doing a very good job, stuff like that, things like that. But I think deep down in his heart, he's like, I would absolutely want to do that. I can bring prestige back to Ring of Honor.
He needs to.
That man said TK is doing a good job at Ring of Honor. Wow. Every time I want to root for Daniel Bryan, he gonna say something stupid. Daniel Bryan is like the Lil Bootsy of AEW. Soon as you say something that makes sense and then be like,
not the boot.
Bryan. Please go take over Ring of Honor, dog. Please.
Well, a thing that we would love you guys to please do is support Women's Wrestling Archive.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches January 1st, 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might say he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate $1, $5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive so Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
That was a great segue, TK.
Before we get out of here, we have former WWE superstar Kristal Marshall. She did a interview. She hasn't done an interview in a very long time, and I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts because, you have some wrestlers where they're no matter, even if they've retired, they're kind of always in the wrestling zeitgeist. And I feel like Kristal Marshall, she hasn't been at the talk of, people haven't been bringing up her name. So I just kind of want to get you guys' thoughts as, do you think making a return to WWE, or is there a place for her? Or do you even think that, there should be some acknowledgement on WWE's part? All right. Well, there's the answer.
No, I don't even know if did she say a name?
Kristal
Marshall.
No, like who? Or you're just saying the question in general?
In general.
Oh, okay. So general. Well, I'm just gonna keep it cute and simple. I'm not opposed to women returning, and of course, whether she's, I guess she feels she's justified in this. This is something she wants to do. So let her do it if that's what they do. If they have room for her as well. I mean, the division is pretty stacked. We could always use more talent. To see where she's at. Kristal Marshall hasn't been in WWE for quite some time, so of course that's going to take time for her to get back into the ropes and learning the ways of the machine. And I'm not going to be opposed to supporting a girl named Kristal with a K. We'll say that.
Sindel, oh my God.
Boy. Wow.
So how can you be so sure though?
Oh boy.
All righty. With that being said, if you guys have any other thoughts on that, we can wrap up the show.
Before we go, I just want to acknowledge one thing. WWE, because we know y'all be watching. Your councilman doesn't ask for a lot. Okay. I only ask that Otis keep a shirt on when he's on television. And the only other thing that I ask is that the holiday seasons are coming up. I need this as a Christmas card. Okay.
Larry and all for real.
That's funny.
If y'all want to make some money,
Oh my God.
WWE shop. I need it as a Christmas card.
Make a Christmas sweater.
Ooh.
Speaking of shop, did you see that they're selling the mystery iguana puppet?
Mm-hmm.
I hope he getting all the money. I hope he is.
Why did they charge the Demon Finn Balor one like almost like $80, $90?
Because it's exclusive, honey. And you know what? Y'all bought it. You want to know why? Because y'all paid $500 for some stupid ass Kanye shoes when they drop. So they know y'all punk asses will buy anything for the moment.
These are my puppets.
Go on sale.
These are my puppets.
You didn't buy those either.
I bought that one.
You didn't buy that. That was given to you.
Oh,
that one was.
Buy that one either. That was given to you. You ain't spending on puppets.
I happily will.
You're buying.
You haven't seen my Stitch figures. I have Lilo and Stitch everywhere.
I don't want to see that. I still don't understand that movie.
You don't have to. It's fine.
Yeah, I still don't get it. I was like, this is just Gremlins.
Yay! See, said that's it.
I don't like that this little thing stole Gizmo's thunder. I don't like it. Bring back Gizmo. Justice for Gizmo. Bring my boy Gizmo.
Gizmo will always have a special place in the millennials' hearts.
Yeah, but see, that's who need to come back. Bring back Gizmo, man. This new generation need to know who Gizmo is and what he can do.
There's a lot of things this generation needs to know. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. You need to know how difficult it was to take care of that little thing. It'll teach you responsibility. Don't get it wet. Can't feed it after 12. I just got one question. We get out of here. How did his body know when it was 12 o'clock?
That's a good point.
Like what in him was like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I can't eat no more right now. Or midnight. I can't eat no more right now. How he knew that?
Right, like a biological clock, just like
I was gonna say body clocks.
and they got to go to the bathroom. Like,
just a thought. I'm sorry.
No worries. We're gonna let Ced get back to his responsibilities. So, Ced, where can everybody find you?
Being responsible.
what responsibilities do you speak of? Because this was my day off, and you told me to show up. So now I'm here. But you can find me Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturday. You find me any damn day here on this beautiful network. I'm a proud member of the BBSG gang. I'm a henchman. You know what it stands for. You've seen the clips. As far as the socials, Ced is the answer across all socials except Twitter, where it is Ced Says. Apparently, TK wants me to start a new venture, but she hasn't let me know what it is. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's going to be manual labor. So be on the lookout for that. And you might see me in Vegas on Friday at Worlds Collide. So that's where you can find me.
Councilman, where can everybody find you?
Since I was outrageous last episode on where you can find me, I'm going to just simply say you can find me at Will Ferrell everywhere on all platforms and YouTube and Twitch. You can spend tomorrow 6 p.m. PST and check out the Kayfabe podcast where we will be doing we're going back into the writer's room again, and we are discussing the road to AJ Lee's WrestleMania moment.
Like it.
The sweetest oos, where can everybody find you?
My partner, my tag team partner will be there. We'll be there for tomorrow for Kayfabe. Can't wait. Find me here Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and all things Wrestling with Honey on the socials and WrestlingWithHoney.com. Wrestling with Honey podcast launching 2026.
Also, exclusive, I will be here Tuesday for the NXT Homecoming Watch Along. Mr. NXT will be back. NXT, yes, everyone's coming home. Your boy has to come home too. I will be here Tuesday.
Yay!
What does that mean when women do that? What does this mean?
What does this?
There's a couple of different meanings. I think,
I know the wrong meaning, so that's what I'm trying to figure out.
This one is technically all talk, but this you're talking about this one specifically, or this one?
I don't know which fingers go where. The meaning I know means something completely different, and it's not PG.
And first of all, I look like y'all throwing up gang signs, and I'm getting offended.
We can talk about it offline then, if that's the case.
Educate me.
Yeah, because I'm about to crash out. I'm feeling disrespected. Like y'all banging on the person. Like, hey, I can throw up signs too all day.
No. That's not gang signs.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What'd you say, Boza?
Courtney, where can everybody find you?
People can find me chirping periodically on WWT Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays are timeless elite Wednesdays because you get to spend it with me. And also, just to confirm, there will be a watch along for All Out Toronto next weekend. So you will be getting a watch along from me. You can also follow me on my socials on @CourtneyNJ11. I still have content putting up from 2300. We'll be putting a post up tomorrow since tomorrow is the last day they will wrap up residency at 2300. Also, I got some pageant stuff I'll be posting in the coming weeks. I haven't had the chance to do that. Also, please make sure to follow ISPW Wrestling because we got a lot of shows happening in the fall holiday season you do not want to miss. Make sure to check out me and Honey because we will be at 90s Wrestling Con later this month. We are very excited to see stars from the 90s. Super excited on that. And make sure because I got some content that's happening. And of course, as your PR princess with everything happening in real life time, just make sure to be kind, be empathetic. Don't be a dickhead.
This is bullshit.
That's what we doing, TK? We just allow them in front of the people, in front of the children. I can't. I wish TK rolled for me the same way she rolled for King Batch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh! Wow. We'll discuss offline. You guys can follow me everywhere at TK Trinidad. Make sure you check out Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms. We have a couple of interviews dropping. We have WWT Live After Dark happening Friday night. Friday's gonna be a pretty packed day. We're gonna be doing some PLEs as well, so you can check all that out. Thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.